Dear students, now we'll discuss about Humayun. Humayun, who was the eldest son of Babur. Babur had four sons: Humayun, Kamran, Askari, and Hindal, and one daughter, Begum Gulbadan. It is Begum Gulbadan who composed Humayunama for her brother. Very resourceful book, which is written in Persian language. Babur died on 26th of December 1530. Humayun became the master of India on 30th of December 1530. Humayun ruled from 1530 to 1540, and for 1.5 decades he was exiled, and after 1.5 decades he once again became the master of India and ruled from 1555 to 1556, just a couple of months. Now, Humayun, when became the ruler, he had to face the two Afghans, one in east and another in west. Firstly, Humayun decided to move towards the west, that is the ruler of Gujarat. Gujarat at that time was ruled by Bahadur Shah, one Afghan ruler. Humayun moved his forces towards Gujarat, and on the way, Humayun received the message from Rani Karnavati, the widow of Rana Sangram Singh, who asked for the help from Humayun because the forces of Bahadur Shah of Gujarat have attacked the Chittor or Mewar. Her son Uday Singh was minor, and she sent Rakhi. It is believed that the festival of Rakhi begins from here. Humayun moved towards Chittor, but on the way, Bahadur Shah sent the message that he is fighting a jihad, holy war against the Kafirs. So, being a Muslim, he should not disrupt the war. Humayun stopped. This was the biggest blunder Humayun committed in his life. If he would have helped the Rajputs at that time, he would have earned the sympathy of the Rajputs, which was later on earned by Akbar. After some time, Humayun moved towards Gujarat. He invaded the capital, but Bahadur Shah ran away and he took shelter in the islands of Arabian Sea. Humayun appointed Tardi Beg, one of his efficient general, as the Subedar of Gujarat. Then he moved towards east. In eastern India, it was Sher Shah Suri, with whom he fought the two famous battles. The one is the Battle of Chausa, 1539, and the second is Battle of Belgram or Battle of Kannauj, 1540. Though he fought the Battle of Chunar and Champaran, but the two battles, that the Battle of Chausa and the Battle of Kannauj, were very important. In these battles, the first battle in 1539, Humayun fought face to face with Sher Shah Suri, and he was partially defeated. Humayun fell down in the river. He was not knowing how to swim across, but one water carrier saved his life. Humayun came back to Agra. He honored that water carrier whose name was Bacha Sakka. He was given the title of Nizam, and even he was given a lot of jagirs. But Bacha Sakka asked that he wanted to become a emperor of India for one day. He was made the emperor of India for one day and known as Ek Din Ka Badshah in the history of India. In the meantime, Sher Shah Suri gathered more forces and he moved towards Agra. Humayun met him near Kannauj at Belgram. Humayun was completely defeated. Then Humayun came back to Agra. Sher Shah Suri's forces followed him. From Agra, Humayun came to Delhi, and from Delhi to Lahore, Lahore to Multan, Multan to Sindh. Sher Shah Suri's forces kept on following him, and it was in 1542 that at Amarkot, a small principality in Sindh, it was ruled by one Rajput, where his son Akbar was born. Humayun had to abandon, had to leave his family in the guidance of, in the shelter of his younger brother Hindal, and he moved towards Persia. The ruler of Persia, Tamtap Shah, gave him asylum. And finally, in 1554, when the Sher Shah Suri's successors died, in the beginning of 1555, Humayun attacked Delhi. On the way, he fought the two battles, the Battle of Machiwada and the Battle of Sarhand. Then he captured the Delhi, became the master of Delhi after 1.5 decades, and ruled from 1555 to 1556. He was fond of reading. He built one palace, that is Deenpana Palace, and in that palace he built one library, that is Sher Mandal Library in Delhi, which was on the second floor. One day he was reading a book. Qazi asked for the prayer. He was coming down from his library. His pair slipped. And he tumbled. As he slipped from there, and he died. One British scholar, Stanley Lane-Poole, have given one quotation about Humayun, and that is, Humayun tumbled through life and tumbled out of it. If we analyze his life and career, then exactly that historian is rightly remarked about Humayun, that Humayun tumbled through life and tumbled out of it. Thank you.